Welcome back to Only Talk Sports. We talk sports every single day, or at least we try to. I'm Ernst Jeffrey. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. On Friday night in college football in the Pac-12, you've got two teams fighting for bowl eligibility. The only problem is it's going to be very tough for both teams to achieve bowl eligibility, even if they win. Colorado's traveling to Washington State, but Colorado, they have to play Utah after they play Washington State, and then the Cougars, they have to face the Washington Huskies in their final game, and both those games will be on the road for both these teams. So even if Washington State or Colorado wins this game, their chances of making a bowl game are pretty slim. You would think Colorado might have a better chance, but maybe Washington State does, being in a rivalry game where you always got to throw the records out when you're playing those type of rivalry games. But me and Will and D, we try to preview and predict whether we think that Colorado, who started out 3-0 and they have completely collapsed since, can they turn the ship around? Can Deion Sanders, Shedeur Sanders, and Travis Hunter find a way to go to Pullman, Washington and get their 5th win of the season? Or will Washington State be able to get their first win since they started out 4-0 and beat Oregon State, and they've lost all 6 of their games since? Can Cam Ward and the Cougars be able to pull a rabbit out of their hat and beat the Colorado Buffaloes on their own field in the second to last game of the season?
Oh, God.
And then you've got Friday night, Colorado at Washington State. Two teams on the line for bowl eligibility. Colorado's 4-6. Washington State's 4-6. What a collapse by both teams. Colorado started 3-0, and they've been terrible since. Washington State 4-0 with a win over Oregon State. They've been terrible since. I don't even know what to do here. Both teams
This is crazy. This is a crazy.
They got a good quarterback. You got Shedeur Sanders and you got Cam Ward, and nothing else is going right for either team outside of that Travis Hunter for Colorado as well. But I'm going to let you pick this one first as well, Will. I don't know.
Wacky matchups on Thursday and Friday night. Holy crap. You know what? Colorado's been playing better, so I'm going to go with the Buffaloes to win 45-42 in Pullman.
That's a good pick. I mean, I don't blame you at all. I'm going to look at the spread for this one as well. Washington State is favored by 4.5 points right there. So the odds makers are high on the home team, and they're favored by more than the 3-point spread that's normally, you know, when they say a pick 'em, because the 3 points is usually the difference, is what they say for the home field advantage. So they're high on Washington State. I don't know how for the way they've been playing lately, but the problem is that Washington State, they have Washington to end the year. So the Cougars, even if they win this game, their shot of making a bowl is not very good.
Whereas Colorado has Utah.
That's, I would think, easier, but still going to be tough because Utah's defense is so good and Colorado's offensive line is so bad that you would think neither team has a shot. So really, this game's irrelevant if you look at it from that point of view, that the team that they play after this gives them no chance to make a bowl game. But Deion Sanders, I mean, his energy's been there, but it's definitely regressed since the beginning of the season. Cowboy hat, the chain, everything was going right for them. They were all over television. I mean, it's so funny, too, because I was watching NFL, you know, and they had on Fox, and they had an advertisement for this game. Colorado and Deion Sanders faces Washington State on the road. Watch at 10:30 on FS1. And I'm like, you're still trying here. You know, it's not the hype we were getting earlier in the year where it's like, it's the biggest game of the year against USC. It's must-watch TV. It's not as big as that anymore, but they're still trying to hype up Colorado. And I don't blame them. I mean, I'm glad that they're not as bad as last year, but I said it once and I'll say it again. If Colorado did not have Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter,
they would be as bad as they were last year.
Basically either 1-11 or maybe winless. They'd be that bad because they almost lost to Colorado State. They almost lost to TCU. I know they beat Nebraska, but that was with Jeff Sims. They won comfortably there, but I don't know. Colorado's collapsed. If Washington State had just won the Stanford and Cal games, I would have picked them easily. If they were 6-4 and they had the win over Stanford and Cal, there's no way I'd be picking Colorado. But Colorado almost beat Arizona, whereas Washington State's losing to Stanford and Cal. I guess I'll go with Deion and Colorado to win 28-27. I think they'll pull it out with a touchdown in the end by Shedeur Sanders. It might not mean anything for either team if they both lose next week, whoever wins this game, but Washington State's been so bad. Hate it for Cam Ward. He's putting up good stats, but I think Colorado will win. Subscribe to the channel if you like sports content. Like this video down below. Comment down below whether you think the Colorado Buffaloes can go on the road and win in Pullman, Washington, and get one win away from bowl eligibility, or will Washington State be able to get their first win since they start out 4-0 and end their 6-game losing skid and beat the Colorado Buffaloes on their own field? Follow me on Twitter as well. Link is in the description, and I will see you next time.